So Solana's APAC Accelerate just happened in Hong Kong, and I went through some of the panel discussions, speaker summaries, and event coverages. And honestly, the tone was very different from what people expect from a crypto event. Like, it wasn't just a hype talk, the price action talk, or the next bull run energy thing. It was an infrastructure. From everything that is shared from the Solana's perspective, Solana is trying to position themselves as a execution layer uh, for what they are calling themselves as the internet capital markets in Asia. And what this actually means is issuing assets on chain, trading 24/7, borrowing, lending, and settlements without traditional exchanges. And that's not just a DeFi apps, guys. It's an actual financial rail, and that's a big shift, honestly. Another thing that stood out from the event was the tone was very institutional, as assets managers like Mira Asset, China AMC were also present, and including the infrastructure names like CME Group and the Fireblocks, because the panel weren't just talking about the narratives, they were talking about compliance, custody, settlement reliability. And that's not retail energy, and that's an infrastructure maturity. Actually, a lot of sessions were also focused on the stable coins and the cross-border payments, and that tells me something, that payments are probably the most scalable entry point for the institutions in crypto. This also connects with the angle of tokenization. There will discussions about that also. Staking ETFs, digital assets trust, tokenized securities, regulated exchange traded products. So this isn't just a crypto assets. This is tokenized financial instruments, and that's a whole differently. So let's just keep the talks aside and let's talk about the most interesting part, which is that the markets are down. Sentiment isn't euphoric, attention is lower, but the messaging wasn't defensive. It was simple, build. And by build, it doesn't mean that to biddle vibe or something. It's actually operational building. How do stablecoins scale? How do wallets feel usable? How do you survive regulatory audits? And that was the energy. Solana isn't trying to win narratives. It's trying to win the infrastructure, and that's the direction. Then Web3 builders need to think less about the hype cycles and more about the systems, the institution that can actually plug into. So from a builder's perspective, what you should do is start understanding the compliance, not deeply like a lawyer, but enough to design products that don't break under regulatory pressures. Second, study stablecoin infrastructure. Like, payments are clearly becoming the institutional entry point, and if you can build better payment UX or middleware, you are early. And focus on performance, latency, reliability, scalability. Especially if you are building on Solana, institutional products cannot fail during the peak load. And fourth, follow executioners, because that's how you can stay aware from anything what's happening around builders narrative. And if you are serious about building in Web3, start thinking like infrastructure, not like a trader. So this is where the builder separates, actually. And yeah, that's it.